Has Jimmy Garoppolo raised his trade value with these two good starts?
No.
Why not?
But
he's 2-0.
That he's doing the same things that he did in 2019. And if people don't want that version of him before the season, then why continue to get that version and think that you're going to get what you get? Like, I know Kyle wants to get a second-round pick. I just don't see how that happens. And
because he's handsome.
I mean, I get it. I mean, he's a beautiful-looking man. I get it. 100%.
He never complains. Oh, everyone likes him. He's the most popular person in the locker room.
I mean, there's teams out there that would do it for the optics of bringing fans to, maybe, like to the stadium, because there is a large portion of people who believe that Jimmy Garoppolo is a top 15 quarterback or top 12. And that might be true. Yeah. I mean, he does look like one. He looks like a top 2 quarterback, honestly, man, if you talk about face. But yeah, I don't think that he's done anything to necessarily raise his value, but I don't think he's done anything to diminish it in any way either. I think that Jimmy Garoppolo is who he is, and we've been talking about that. It's just that's the type of player he is, and this is all. It's never going to change. And if a trade for number 3 and a guy who is kind of here to take your job hasn't really changed the way that you play, or hasn't made you add anything to the bag, then you just are who you are at this point. So yeah, I don't think he's raised it, but he hasn't diminished it either at this point. He just has to get through the year healthy.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, that's the thing. He has to get through the year. Being healthy for 2 games isn't going to erase the label that you're injury prone. So if he could keep this going for another year, I'm wondering if people are all excited about Mac Jones, then because some people think Mac Jones is really good. And I'm sitting there like,
I got somebody who sent me a DM. And I'm like, he's like, I told you about Mac. I was like, you told me what? I was like, it's week 2. Are we taking victory laps on Mac Jones looking like the quarterback that we all thought he would be? Competent?
No one ever checking down. He's very good.
Nobody ever thought
passes. But I just want a little bit more from my quarterback in 2021. And Jimmy and Mac at their best don't excite me. And maybe it's just style.
But that's
okay.
That's the thing. My thing is this. Nobody ever said that Matt Jones was bad, and I think that's where the misconception comes from.
He's just
right. And when people say NFL ready, they meant this, right? Justin Fields got his first action. Trevor Lawrence hasn't really, impressed. It's only 2 weeks in, but I think we all knew that Mac Jones was going to be this guy. So anybody who thought he was going to be bad, that's wrong. But this is exactly who Mac Jones is, and it's not going to change.
Real quick, if a plotting, slow, quick passing, non-explosive ball control offense becomes all the rage next year, then Jimmy's worth a first-round pick. But if you want some explosion in your offense, I just don't think he's really what you're looking for.
Yeah, he's safe. I mean, and he's a starting quarterback. Like I said, he's a starting quarterback in this league right now. So, I mean, that's it. And guys have made careers out of just being either stopgaps or guys who bounced around, but they started, and it's just how it is. You don't have to be a franchise guy to be a starting quarterback in this league now.
So what he needs to do to raise his value is
ball out,
stay healthy,
don't
throw a bunch of picks, and hope that the league evolves away from the mobile quarterback and back to the dinker and the dunker from the pocket. Look, that's what the Patriots that's all they've ever wanted in New England. And there are other teams that want to be like them. So I guess as long as there are Bill Belichick disciples out there, there will be a market for Jimmy Garoppolo. So just stay healthy, man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, man.
Yeah. And keep that face look. Don't pull a Mickey Rourke. People turned on Mickey. I'm just saying.
What, when he got all the surgeries?
Yeah. Rodgers' teammates can't. I don't know where that came from. Rodgers' teammates can't tell the truth about him because he's a great quarterback. Jimmy's can't tell the truth about him because he's a great dude. Interesting.
I like that, actually. That's a good point.
I like that. Honestly, if you could start Lance this Sunday, would you? To hell with the first 2 games and Jimmy's performances. No, I mean, you don't look. I think we don't talk enough about is that there is a potential schism in the locker room, if not one already, and you don't want to make it worse. And there's a very strong Jimmy contingent. And if I were the head coach, I'd be sensitive to that. I'm not trying to disregard that, but I think you can still play Lance here and there, even if Jimmy doesn't like it. What quarterback would like it? Sorry, Jimmy. I mean, I know you didn't like it when we traded for Lance. I know you're not going to like it when we bring him in the game. If you don't want me to do it, throw more touchdown passes. You have 2 in 2 games. Score more. I know you have a nice pass here and there, but do more. Otherwise, we're gonna have to. We need more in our offense.
That Jimmy.
So I would start easing him in.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see it here because they're going to need more offense. So, I mean, I think you let Jimmy start, but you always had. I think he's on a short leash in this game, especially home opener. Like new throwbacks, they got to go out there and they have to show this offense because this offense has such a good advantage against this defensive coordinator. They should be lighting them up in because the Lions. I know that game got away from them, but they had a really good plan. And man, Jared Goff looked like a different quarterback in the beginning of that game. So it's there on tape with for you to attack. So I mean, they need to score points. They can't come out and start slow. They got to come out and start hot.
You already know what the Packers are going to do defensively. They're going to do what the Eagles did: 8-man front. A 5-man front with an 8-man box.
Yeah. Yep.
And they don't have the same players that the Eagles do, and it won't be as effective, but it'll be effective. They're basically going to sell out to stop the Niners' run game. The Niners don't have dynamic running backs. They're going to dare Jimmy Garoppolo to beat him over the top. And I'm guessing that Kyle Shanahan's going to have a bunch of play action passes dialed up, probably to Kittle, who kills the Packers all the time and is due. And if Jimmy hits him, then he stays in. If he misses him and the Niners fall behind, all bets are off.
After that, the crowd will start booing, stuff like that. So we'll see. This is going to be very interesting. They got to start fast.
The plan is to do whatever Kyle feels like. He already said that. Why has he got a losing record? Great job, Grant. Wear the quality control jacket to the next press meeting.
Please do.
That would be funny. One day. Michael Young says Jimmy Garoppolo's record is very deceptive. The Niners win with him, not because of him.
Hey, Michael, you're a Jimmy hater. That's how Twitter works. When you say things like that are actually true.
If you say things that are less than, Jimmy Garoppolo is the 5th best quarterback in the league or something like that, you'll get a large contingent of people who are just like, did Jimmy steal your wife?
Yeah, Jimmy banged your girl, man.
Every day it's like, dude, you really think about Jimmy and other people's girls a lot, man. What's up with that? Can we talk about that for a minute?
I mean, if Jimmy ever took my girl, I would be like, good for her, man. That's a step up. You did it. I wouldn't be mad.
Fantasies about Jimmy are very vivid. I'm like, wow, that was specific. Wow, you played this one out, huh? Jeremy says, because honestly, I hadn't thought of that, but you have. Jeremy says, what's your score? Don't make me do that on Thursday. I'm terrified, man. I want to pick the Niners to win this game. And it's like, when I try to find the words, I'm like, okay, the Niners are going to win because I feel like the guy liar. I just can't. I'm not picking the Packers. I don't trust them. Don't like them. They're soft on the West Coast. But God, Jaquez Patrick, come on, man, Jaquez, give me something. I don't know.
I pride myself on knowing everybody's depth chart and everybody in the league. I promise you, I had no idea who he was. I promise you, no idea.
Jaquez is a really good singer. How do you pronounce his name? Jaquez.
Jaquez.
Maybe it's him. Score predictions. He paid $5 for score predictions, and both of us were like, no.
I can't do it yet. I need more. I'm still doing my research.
Yeah, let me find out. See if Kinlaw is playing or whoever. Kirabel Tedeschi. I might have got that probably wrong. It says just like how the Seahawks brought back just how the Seahawks brought back Marshawn Lynch in 2019 is imagine. Man, I got so excited I can't read the words. Just like how the Seahawks brought back Marshawn in 19. Imagine how loud Levi Stadium will get if the Niners bring back Frank Gore.
It backfired on them though.
It should just be like the Willis Reed,
it backfired on them though, and I hope that that's not the reason that they do it, right? So if you remember, that's the Greenlaw play. Remember, they took that delay of game because Pete Carroll was waiting for Marshawn Lynch to run out on the field with the spotlight, and they blew it. So don't give me that because you're going to cost yourself a game trying to just get people hyped. I mean, he just
forgot. Right? He was trying to right the wrongs of
right. He was trying to fix that Super Bowl. Right. Exactly, man. Like, oh my goodness. And then the other thing is too, if you remember, the first time that they brought him in on a 4th and 1, he got stuffed. So he did score that one touchdown. Yeah, that's cool and all, but they didn't win a game that he was there. Cool. The fans are happy, but we're here to win games.
Yeah, but Marshawn didn't keep his body going like Frank Gore. Frank Gore's 38, and he's about to be knocking fools out in the ring. I can't wait to see the next act of Frank. I would never bet against Frank Gore. That guy's so serious.
Me neither.
He's not messing around.
No.
He's not getting in the ring to get knocked out by Jake Paul. I hope they fight, though. Mark says, let's give up 2 first-rounders to draft a rookie quarterback and bench him, but let's pass on Tom Brady to replace Jimmy. Who won the Super Bowl again? No, I think I think the Niners should definitely use 2 first-rounders to take a rookie quarterback and then not play him. I mean, look, if every other team does one thing, you always want to zig where the rest of the league zags. So I think that's what we're seeing here.
There was no plan. They kind of just winged it. They were trying to they tried to get every single quarterback under the sun with 2 arms, and then they were just like, well, screw it. Now we got to go get number 3. Like, gosh.
They thought they were going to get Aaron Rodgers. Maybe,
right?
There's still time. There is still time. HJH says Frank would smash Jake. I hope so.
I hope so for the culture. I hope so.
I told the story. I tell it all the time, but again, I was like 24, and I asked Frank Gore if I could get a minute of his time in the locker room. And someone told him he wasn't supposed to talk to me, and he asked the PR guy, "Can I talk to him?" And the guy was like, "You're Frank Gore. You can do whatever you want." And he got up in my face like before a boxing match where you just stand as close to someone as possible. And he was like, "All right, go." I was like, "Oh man,
oh man."
And then, I'm like 4 inches taller than him, but like he's Frank Gore, and he's looking up at me like this, like I want to knock.
He's a bowling ball though. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so my first question is. I'm so intimidating, right? Anyway, yeah, that was one of my favorite moments of all time. Can't wait. Hope Frank come back.
That's that energy right there. You know
what if Aziz Al-Shaair gets hurt and Patrick Willis just goes on Instagram like, I got this next week. I'm ready. How could you say no to that? Joe Staley suits up? No, he'd have to gain a lot of weight.
Somebody get Chris Borland on the phone.
Come on, Chris, you're only like 27.
You played 1 year. Play 1 year. Play one more. You'll be all right.
Who else could jump out of retirement right now and play for this team?
Navarro Bowman.
Like this game. Navarro Bowman.
Bring Bowman back.
I'd rather go Willis. I'd rather go Willis.
Willis, really?
I think Willis is faster right now.
Oh my god.
Bowman had the Achilles. Achilles. Willis' turf toe must be better. Gotta be better.
Yeah, it's gotta be better.
Come on, Patrick.
You're all right.
You're all right, dude. You're like younger than D'Amico. Come on.
You're all right, Pat. Come back.
You're all right. Suit up. Yeah. LaMichael James. What about LaMichael?
LaMichael James is back. There we go. Now we're playing a really fun game, and so that's what you bring back as a running back too, as well. You know.
What about LaMichael? No one's saying anything about LaMichael. This is him and Trey Lance. Oh my god, that would be.
And you let
Marcus Lattimore, Joe Williams. It would be. Oh my god. What about Joe? I don't think they're in shape though. I don't know. I'll call him up. See what he's doing. Joe.
Hey Joe, just in case, we're not needed a practice squad.
Jason, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you, buddy. I'm out here in Cali, man, having fun. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm gonna be having fun out here, man. It's nice weather, but I gotta stay out the sun, man. Sunburn I got sunburned like crazy in Philly, man. Oh my goodness. Also, P.S. Those Philly fans, a lot of this. Nobody did nothing. No one seems to like Philly fans. Like no one says like I actually kind of like them. You know, they get a bad rap. They were whining a lot in the stands. It was pretty good to see. Eric Crocker was on one at the game, man. It was he wanted to prove a point about how I'm gonna stand here and talk crazy and nobody's gonna do anything. And sure enough,
thing about Eric, I've never asked Eric was he a Niner fan when he was in the league? Like, did he care?
That's a good question.
When you were playing for the Jets, like, did you sneak peeks at your phone like, oh, the Niners scored, yes, or is that something that like you regained after you left the league? Because I wonder. How many players in the league are still fans of the teams I grew up with? That'd be kind of interesting. Because they probably won't admit it when they're in the league.
No, you can't.
You can't. All right, Jason. Thanks a lot, man.
How was your game today? We played all right, but the Niners won.
Yeah, man. You see Jimmy? Oh,